Hello. Wow. Now, please pardon me. I need to do some housekeeping undone before. Hello. So sorry about that pause. I hope you can hear me clearly. All things equal. Wow. My guest has got here already. Please let me see if I can get a. Priya, I think you have to log out again like we did okay last time. Glossy, welcome. Priya, please can you log in again because I'm not getting the signal to send you the request. So please log out and log in again and let me see if I can send you the request, please. Please log out if you can hear me. Glossy Pierce, please let me know if you can hear me very clearly. And Priya, if you can hear me very clearly, please, can you log out and log back in again because I'm not able to send you the request. So what you did initially earlier, just please log back in again and let's see. Oh, Lillian, thank you for showing up. Please, can you hear me very clearly? Can you hear me? I want to be sure that you can hear me. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So Priya, I will just wait for you to log back in again. Let me see if I can get you logged in to come live with me. So my dear audience, while I wait for my guests, welcome again to Be Inspired. It's always so exciting to be here every week and to host another remarkable female in this space. I have now coined what? WHAT. The waterways of the Marines that I have been dying to say until I hosted my guest here last week, who is with us also here. Thank you so much for accompanying me in this conversation this week and always. So, what is, as we have said, the waterways, hospitality, aviation, and tourism? Exciting, dynamic industry. I can't get excited enough. And Be Inspired is here to inspire, as it says, motivate, and also give crystal clarity to anybody out there that has a doubt about this career path. Now added, because many of us like to go on boat cruises, boat rides. It's all part of the transportation and aviation and tourism industry as well. Wonderful. So today we have one other remarkable female that is going to be with us, I hope. And believe it or not, when she comes up, then I will, say other things. But for the benefit of those that will be coming here to listen to this later on, who am I? I'm Ms.B. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm a hospitality consultant, trainer. I wear many caps. I would not exchange it for any. Instead, I would love to add to it to co-create and collaborate as usual. So it's always exciting to be here every week hosting a phenomenal female again, sharing with us our career journey. And why is that? Be Inspired is here to be able to give crystal clarity about this career path because many still don't know the dynamism, the excitement, the possibilities, the prospects. But beside that also, Be Inspired also invites professionals to share their expertise and also their perspective on the prospects and potentials that exist in this industry. So please, thank you for joining me this week to host another fantastic guest, and I hope I can bring her on board because of all this talking. I think enough of my talking. Let me see if I can get her on board and not bore you all to death today out of my excitement. So please, today is going to be special because she's in a very interesting position at the moment, but she's going to try to join us. I hope we will be able to have that privilege to have her all the way. So let's see how it goes. I'm still trying to wait for her to log in so that we can start the conversation. Bear with us. Things do happen every week. The adventures of what? Waterways, hospitality, aviation, and tourism. So I hope you've had a fantastic week, and I hope this adds some spice to it at the end of today as well. So I'm looking forward to hearing her also and sharing with you a number of things that she will be talking to us about today. So please keep your fingers crossed, and I hope I'll be able to get her to join us this evening for this conversation. So let's see. I am still trying my best. I can assure you. Oh, I think we're going to be able to get her in now. Let's see. So the waterway is. Oh, are we there? Are we there? Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Priya, can you
Hi.
hear me?
Yeah,
Can
I
you
can
hear
hear
me?
you.
My
Yes.
dear audience, believe it or not, Priya is on the water side. She's on the water, definitely on the coast, and she's here with it. I'm very excited that she's able to make it with us today. So, Priya, all these boring things I'm saying now, please, can you tell us exactly your position at the moment and introduce yourself to my audience? I love this video that if you can give us a little even view of where you are in now and give us an idea where you are, that would be lovely.
Uh, okay. This is where I am right now. I'm at the
Fantastic.
Lagos Stand. I'm presently
Right.
on board,
Fantastic.
so I'm just going to spare a little bit of my time because I'm on duty presently.
You see, my dear audience, so we're not going to waste this precious time. So, Pierre, let me go right to the questions that I have for you today to share your career journey with my audience. So, one of the first things I want to ask, how did the journey start that found you inside this lovely, quick, will I say, box that we are seeing you this evening? Please share with us very briefly. Yes, I know that's a
Uh,
lot to say in a few minutes. Take it in bits. Take it in bits because there are other things I will still ask you related, but take it as best as you can because of the timing.
okay. First of all, I want to thank you for having me.
No,
It's a great,
absolutely a pleasure.
it's
Thank
a
you
great
for
honor.
accepting.
And this journey, I would say this journey started. Is it 2013? Yes,
Right,
2013. I've always
right,
wanted to be a medical doctor. I never wanted to be a mariner at any time in my life. But like you can say, God proposed, man cannot dispose. And
absolutely.
exactly, so I got this journey through the master NSDP program to study
Right,
marine in
right.
Philippines. So that's how the journey started. And that's
Wow.
how I got to find out about the nautical, browsed about it, and here I am today. So
Wow. Now, Priya, it said that you are the first in West Africa or Africa. How possible is that? What has made that happen?
you know, being in school then, I never knew anything about the
Right,
talk vessel. Yes.
right,
So it was when I think after graduating, normally our course in school was 3-1 because I was studying nautical science. It's like
right,
3-1. So 3 years in school, 1 year on board.
right,
So after my university, I never had anywhere to do my cadetship because you must go for seat time to be
right.
approved for you to be able to have that 1 year experience to write the board exam to get your
Wow.
license as an officer. So I never
Right,
had that idea. But when I got back to Nigeria, of course, my dad was a medical doctor. My dad was
right,
not, in fact, my mom was not anywhere close to marine.
right,
So I got to get to know about the talk through my dad's elder brother.
right,
So that's how I got to hear about the talk. And when I came to the company, the LTT, Lanford Torage, I got to see the talk. And
right,
I got to browse about the talk that it was just a male dominated area. It's some male will say it's difficult to maneuver for a female. So I felt it was challenging. But
right.
anyway, I made up my mind to face the challenge, no matter how long it would take me. You understand?
Fan-
I made a decision. I made a dedication. I said to dedicate my time, my
Right,
strength into this. And when I got to find out that there was no female maneuvering the
right.
talk in Nigeria and West Africa, then I said to make
Amazing.
a change,
Amazing.
a difference. I decided to, I was like, others lead, others
Right.
follow. Why don't I lead? Let them follow this time. So, and that was it.
Oh, disruptive female in the house. I love it. Right. Fantastic. Now, Priya, you're saying a lot of words that might not be clear to my audience listening now and later. You've talked about nautical science, you talked about marine navigation. Can you give us, a brief idea? What does that really mean? What does those concepts mean, please? Share with
Okay,
us.
okay. When I said nautical science is like, I'll make an illustration. You understand? I'm going to use the layman language
Right.
to be able to back it up. You understand?
Right.
For them to be able
Somebody
to
is saying
understand.
captain here. I think some of your people are around.
So I'm going to
Right.
make it very plain. So I'm going to use the layman language. So
Right.
someone that is in charge of a car.
Right.
For a bus, you have the driver and the conductor.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, if your engine is having problem, you have the engineers. You have to give it to the engineers to fix it for you, right? That's the
Yes.
duty of an engineer. Anything about the engine is the duty of an engineer to fix when it's
Yeah.
above the capacity of the driver, right?
Yes.
Now, for a car, the driver is like the captain, is the one in
Right.
charge of driving the car.
Right.
It plays the same on the vessel. Like a nautical science, it's someone that is aspiring or learning to take charge on the vessel, to drive the vessel. But on board, we call it maneuvering, navigation. So you take control. Navigation is what? Moving from one point to another point through the safest
I love it. I love
means.
it.
The shortest
Fantastic.
and the safest means. So if that does not mean that the longest route is not safe, but to be able to save fuel, we call fuel bunker on board. Fuel is
Right.
bunker. Bunker is diesel too. You understand? So
Right.
if the longest route is safe for you
Right.
to navigate,
Yes.
you should follow the longest route so that it is safe for you. But based on navigation, you have to follow the shortest and the safest route. But that does not mean that the longest route is not safe. You understand? But if the shortest route is safe for you to get to your destination and faster and quicker, is advisable based on navigation, based on what I stand on, that is advisable for you to follow the shortest route so that you can get to your destination more faster and return to the next destination. Because when you say destination, we call it our point of arrival. We have point of departure where you get your raw materials, your cargoes, your whatever you're trying to, like, if a vessel is leaving from Nigeria port, it's a place of departure. If it's getting to Togo port, it's a place of arrival. So it depends. So if you're going to go from Nigeria to Togo by sea, you're going to pass through the vessel.
Fantastic.
And it is safer and easy visa for you. You don't need to check. You don't need to get to Togo, then you stamp, and that is it. So easy way to see nature and have fun.
Look, Priya, you're making us envious, and I'm not going to start reading all the comments here because I want you to talk about all the exciting things I've heard from you as well, which you have mentioned. Now, you mentioned the fact about the navigation, and I know that when I was talking to you, I said some people might feel, is your job not dangerous? And I know you said a lot about, safety, that safety is priority on the tugboat. So please, can you share with us what you meant by that when you say life is safety? And for you, being on that boat out there in the waterways is not dangerous. Please share with us.
Okay. When you're coming on board the vessel, the first thing that comes to your mind is safety. If you're driving a car, I'm going to the layman language. If you're driving a car, the first thing that comes to your mind is safety. There's a common language my younger sister always uses when she's on the wheel at home. When she's driving a car and she's on the road, she's like, all of us now mad people. We are all mad. So when you're on the road, you're mad. You understand? But that does not mean that you should not think safe. Safety is what? Putting up your seatbelt, following the traffic rules on roads. Even on water, we have traffic rules. Absolutely. You understand? We are based on Ayala based on code, you have the safety rules, you have to follow the safety precaution.
Right.
Same thing when you're coming on board, the first thing that comes to your mind is safety. That's why you have to put on your complete PPE, your safety apparatus. You need to keep up, because one, you should have it in your mind that you left a family that are waiting for you to come back home. You left your loved ones at home that are waiting for you to come back home, to embrace them. So coming on, but everywhere there can be accidents. Then there can be hazards. Hazard is anything that can cause damage to your life. Sleeping is hazard. Falling from up this bridge down is hazard. Getting injured is hazard. You understand? So that does not mean that when you're on water there is no incident, there is no accident. There is, but safety equipment are being provided for you to make use of.
Right.
So that's why if you get to see any vessel, the first thing you see on the accommodation wall is safety first.
Wow.
So you must apply safety to your day-to-day life. That does not mean that accident does not happen on board, incident does not happen on board, or whatever. It happens, but you have to take a very much proportion to be able to avoid those accidents and incidents. That's why we go for all these training courses, safety courses, to be able to understand the hazards, the dangers on board, and to be able to prevent it from happening. So for me, that's just
wow. So Priye, with this idea of safety you've told us now, what does your job entail? You know, let's say on a daily basis, when you find yourself on the waterway like you are now and taking care of safety, what does it entail? What does a tugboat do? Please share with us.
Okay, now a tugboat is a small but powerful. It's tiny but is very powerful. The bowler strength, the strength of a tugboat, like the bowler, the pull, when you're pulling a bigger vessel, is 60 tons. And when you say 60 tons, is just like a wrestler, the strength of a man that is carrying heavy weight. I want you to understand what I'm talking about. The strength of a man, just like when a man is carrying heavy weight and that man used that anger to hit you, the force.
That is something we don't want to feel, but we can imagine.
Yes, imagine the force. What is force? The gravity of which these tugboats you see can be able to pull. So our job is assigned to guide, to tow the bigger vessel that comes from sea, that is coming to discharge in Lagos port. We assist them because of the harbor. And harbor is not like a free channel. It's not like the sea that there is no land, it's not like an open water. An harbor is a confined place, a narrow channel. When you say narrow channel, it's like a restricted place, a place that is full of restriction. What I mean restriction: houses, canoes, barges, all these small things that are fishing. It's a restricted area. So we help to guide them. We help to guide them to their place of birth. When I mean birth, the place where they will stay to discharge, to drop whatever they are carrying. Now let me make it in a layman's language so that they will understand.
We love it. You're a fantastic teacher.
When a car, I'm going to use a car.
Yes.
When a car, like a van, is carrying groceries, like it's carrying chickens, it's carrying sanitary pad, and it wants to go and deliver. Let's say Dangote's van.
Right.
It's carrying spaghetti, and he wants to go and supply to one supermarket to sell spaghetti for him. When he gets to the place, he has to park at the car park, Abi?
Yes.
So that it can able for him to discharge, to drop, or to deliver what is, upload all those things. That is the same with the vessel.
Fantastic.
So
Fantastic.
this vessel, we guide them to their point of discharge, their
Fantastic.
berth. We berth them. We take them close to the jetty. A jetty is where a vessel stays. It's just like a car park. You understand? We take them there. They make fast. They moor. When you talk about moor, it's like normally a car has park and all those stuff. This one, you have to use rope to tie them to the jetty so that when heavy current comes, it doesn't push them
Right.
out, so that they can
Fantastic.
be able to stay close to the jetty, discharge, and when they are done discharging, we now assist them
Right.
by pulling them out of the jetty, guide them again to the sea so that they can go to their next point of departure. So that's it.
It all sounds so romantic and so nice. Everything so nicely taken care of. Go there, deliver, and come back. It sounds very exciting, really.
Of course.
Fantastic, fantastic. Wow. Oh, look, I can't begin to start getting too excited, Priye. Now, Priye, you talked about the fact that for you, when you are in a tugboat job, you don't need any visa to go anywhere. Can you share with us what you mean by that?
Okay, what I mean by that is that there's one thing about seafarers. Seafarers are like birds. I would describe them as birds. A bird does not need any permission to go to where he wants.
Very poetic again.
That's seafarers for you. We don't need anybody's permission to get to any point, any country. So far as if I'm going to discharge in UK, I just need to enter my vessel, take myself down to UK. When I get to UK, they will stamp because they already know I'm coming. So the agent there will clear everywhere. So we're like birds. We have no limitation.
So my dear audience, if you want to join this visa-less career, here it is, free of charge.
Free of charge.
Priye has said it all. You don't need any special, query for visa, etc. On the light note, fantastic, Priye. Oh, lovely. Well, Priye, anybody listening to you, they might think everything is also exciting. What is challenging about this job? Please share with us.
Okay. The only thing that is challenging about this job is the period of time you stay on board. We hardly sleep. And when you have that time to rest, you want to make good use of it. You don't have that time, but when you have that time to rest,
no luxury of time.
I'm telling you. So sometimes when you finish working, you're so exhausted. You're very exhausted. And that limit time there, you have that little time you have to rest. You just want to rest your strength and get back your strength. So, and staying away from your family, your loved ones for a longer time is also part of it. And secondly, is also something. Thirdly, sorry, and you not having the right equipment.
Right.
Most companies, when they're not providing with the right equipment, can also break you. But apart from that, for seafarers as a whole, that's just the challenging. But if you say for females, there's a lot of challenges. But for seafarers, that's the only challenges. Yeah.
Now, can you share with us a few challenges you are saying now when it comes to being a female in this job? Really, because my audience also, a number of those that will be listening are also female. And for those that are already telling me that want to be on board and visa free, let them know what they are coming on board to see you.
Okay.
But don't give us too many bad things, because we know that life is full of challenges. It's not a bed of roses anyway. Yes, please share with us.
Okay. In that aspect, for you to get, I'll use a proverb. I'll use a proverb my dad always used of me. He always say, in any possibility, in any positive and negative, No matter how tiny negativity can be, make sure you kill that negativity to the point that it doesn't have time to rise again before facing the positive. Now what am
Fantastic.
I trying to say? As a female, there is high rate of challenge. I've never been physically abused. No. I've never been I've been talked down, of course, so many times. I've been disrespected, of course, so many times. I've been criticized because of my gender, so many times. But do you know one thing that is most important? What you make out of it.
Fantastic.
I
Fantastic.
choose to make positivity out of
Lemon
that
out of
negativity.
the lemon, the lemonade out of the lemon.
So I choose to make positivity out of their negativity.
Fantastic.
I have a goal, I have a vision, I have a mission. Of course,
Fantastic.
getting to your goal is not easy.
Instructive.
So I can't start telling you, they said this, they said that, but I'm going to make you understand that as a female, you will go through challenges. It is common. Some challenges want to break you.
Fantastic.
But you decide to either make it break you or make you.
Fantastic.
So I choose to make it make me, not break me.
Disruptive female in the house. Disruptive. I love it. I love it. Pray. Now, let's go to something more exciting as well. Yes, the challenges exist. What makes you get up from after resting? What makes this job and career path exciting? Please ginger us so that we are going to be plenty coming on board. We are coming to stop that male-dominated, career path.
Before that, I have more money.
Oh my, I can feel you. But please share with us what is exciting, what makes you get out of bed, what you inside this vessel we are seeing you in, what is exciting?
Because I love my job.
Fantastic.
I want to make a difference.
Fantastic.
I want to prove to myself, but not to the world, that I too can make it as a female in the main dominated area.
Fantastic.
Facing the challenges and telling myself that even if break comes, you can do this. So for me, it's about loving what you do. If you love what you do, the other things that happen doesn't matter to you. So that's just it.
Fantastic. Now, Priya, having said so, can you please quickly just give those that might be interested, give those that might be interested in this career path. I know all the males are like, what's up here? Now, working with you. So please, can you quickly share with us, those that might be interested in this career path, what path can they follow? How can they begin? How can they get to where you are at the moment? Please share with us for those that might be interested.
Okay.
What should they have studied? What can they be studying now? Yes.
Okay. I'm going to be as plain with you as because I want to be real to you.
Right.
Yes. You see this in this career, first of all, the first thing you should ever think of, God. Number one. Seeking the face of God is priority. Wow. In fact, it's majority. In fact, it is massive.
Wow.
Because if God is with you in this career, you will reach the sky and you will not stop.
Fantastic.
First of all, you cannot be me, I can't be you. We are two different human beings. But if you love my career, if you love what I do and you want to, it's fine. It's a great home to welcome more females that want to get into it. And another thing is, getting into this career, you should always have a lot of things in mind. Where am I coming from? Where am I heading to? My point of departure, my next point of arrival.
Fantastic.
You must have a plan. Now, studying nautical science is a great opportunity. You enjoy it if you can bear. Because you travel freely, enjoy free travel, enjoy
Yeah,
free.
that is it. No need of any connection anywhere or any visa,
Nothing.
nothing.
You just be traveling and be going anywhere you want to go. Of course. Now going into the study part of it, the dedication part of it. If you want to write for science students, Nautica is for science students.
Right.
For those people coming, starting from afresh, that
Right.
wants to get into this career. That does not mean
Right.
that art students cannot come in later.
Right.
But there's another process they have to go through as an art
Right.
student.
Right.
But if you're at the secondary school level and you want to get into this career,
Yeah.
first, your normal science courses, just like you're studying engineering, your
Medicine or
normal,
engineering.
your normal science 4 courses, four courses or
Right.
6 courses should be on
Fantastic.
standby. Now, when
Fantastic.
you're in the university and you want to study nautica, there you hear about navigation, you hear about seamanship, plotting of charts. You study a lot. There's a lot courses, even borrowed and unborrowed. You will borrow and you will study. You will study physics for stability purpose, to be able to
Amazing.
stable your vessel. When I mean stability, you know, for your when you're going into the sea, for your vessel not to be tilting,
To one side or the other, you need that.
listen.
Right. Right.
So you
Right.
need to study stability to be able to stable your vessel. To be, no
Fantastic.
matter the storm, it will be on a position. No matter how much the storm hits it, it will still be on a position. That's stability.
Fantastic.
Geography is for navigation. Geography is for plotting of chart. It's used for navigation. You will need it. Seamanship, how to make rope, how to make make fast, how to moor. You will need seamanship. There's a lot you have to. There's a lot that then we
And
have
I see
we
that
have
it's not beans. It's not beans at all.
then we have the Marine English. We don't
Right.
use normal how are you? No.
Right.
If I want to call your name,
Right.
let me say hospitality. I have to say Hotel Oscar Syria Papa India Tango Alpha Lima
Yeah.
Indian
Different
Tango.
alphabet.
You understand? Based on the
Yeah.
alphabet. So you have to be every of your medulla oblongata, your thinking faculty has to be on a
Has to be on
standstill
that page.
on that page, because you have to be fastly grabbing the word.
Right.
And
Right.
you have to repeat every word. You have to be patient to repeat every word 3 times. So the
Right.
other person you're trying to relate to understand what you're saying and get the picture.
So you see, Priya, now you're saying this. I also want you to share, because it's about, like you said, all the things you have said, but a lot of skills are entailed here. And if you were going to share some of those skills, what would you say some of those vital skills are that any female or any male has to develop to be able to take all this and do all this and study all this and really be the captain of a tugboat?
Like, number one, I've told you, when it comes to skill, my skill is God.
I like that. And what makes you say so? Because I know you said that when you come, and I want you to share with my audience. What make it? Because you told me it's beyond skills.
Yes.
It's
So,
beyond skills. You told me about nature. That was beautiful. So share with us.
so I would say my skills is just God. And
Right.
because in this profession, when you talk about the tugboats, you're talking about stability. You're talking about, mostly me that works in the night, it is more challenging. When you work in the night, it is more challenging. Why did I say so? You're working against nature. There is currents. There is slack tide. There is flood. There is ebbing. That is the current I'm talking about. There's sometimes you put 10 degrees to port and it's not responding because the tide, the current, the water is strong. Now that this period of time that is like longer night, shorter days, and it's full moon, the water is strong. So you're like, you're using more engine and the person is not responding, you're still using more engine and it's not responding. So what I'm trying to
Amazing.
say is that there's no particular skill when it comes to maneuvering.
Amazing.
You cannot be better, you cannot be good, you can only get better as it progresses, because you
Amazing.
face more challenges, you face things that makes you learn more,
Right.
you face things that makes you better, you face things that makes you good. Like I told you the last time we talked, I told you that, see, a diver does not be a diver because of his skills.
Because the best diver can die too.
Exactly. The best diver in this whole wide world can die. Nobody, see, water is your friend, water is your enemy.
Right.
You cannot compete, no matter how good you are in swimming. And you also asked me a question about swimming too.
Yeah.
Swimming is compulsory, 100% compulsory when it comes to the marine field. One thing about swimming is survival. So long as you can survive, is survival for the fittest. So long as you can survive on water, it's fine. It's not about who can swim best,
Right.
but rather who can survive best. Because when the storm comes, the storm has no friend. Even his closest friend can slaughter the closest friend. So
I
suppose
love
you
it.
can survive
Great.
and scale from your point of departure to your point of arrival safely.
Then you are
That's
the
your
master
skill.
and the captain.
That's
I
your,
love it, my dear audience. I don't think we need Ray to add any more to that. So far, you are ready to survive whatever you see. That's the adventure of being the captain of a tall boat. Fantastic. Pray before I don't get you to answer other things, and let me not get excited by just listening. Let me ask you another thing. This year we celebrated, and it says, women should challenge and choose to challenge. With all what you are sharing with us and being a female and where you have got to today, can you share with us what do you think female should be challenging, especially those that are even thinking of coming to your own space and out here in the world globally? Share with us your perspective. What should we be choosing to challenge?
yourself.
I love it. What makes you
Yourself.
say so?
Because yourself is really challenge. The more pressure you put on yourself, the more result you get.
I love it.
For me, I don't see anybody as a challenge. I only see my past as a challenge. And my future is my ambition.
Amazing. Fantastic.
So me is the challenge. The person I'll be tomorrow is what I'm challenging, not the person I am yesterday. So that's just the challenge. So if you challenge yourself, if yourself is the challenge, have you ever seen, okay, I'll go to a layman's language. Have you ever seen an hungry man being comfortable in his hungry zone?
No. At all. You always
Have you
want
ever
more. You always want to improve.
Exactly, e.g. Dangote always wants more. Of
I love
course.
that.
Have you ever, another example, have you
Right.
ever seen a newborn baby remains as a newborn baby?
Absolutely not.
Of course. So a reasonable person would not want to be the same person he was yesterday. So the
That's
only
true.
challenge is yourself.
I
Being
love it.
better, doing better, living better, and following a better example. That is it for me.
Fantastic. I can see and always seeing that you're a woman of very little words, but very loaded words. So I leave it at that. And I want to ask my next question. With this that you have said now, what is your advice to other young females coming up out there? Because we have seen that many females are doing great things and really going beyond what is expected. What would you say to young females, other young females in this space? Please share with us.
For me, my advice to other young females that are doing great, one, I love you guys. And I admire you guys.
We're with you.
I admire you guys. Keep doing you. Keep being you. Nobody
Fantastic.
can take you away from you.
Fantastic.
Changing the world. Forget about what the world will say. Their opinion does not count. But what God's opinion about you, your present, your past, your future, that's the only thing that is important.
I love it.
I want them to understand that they should work so hard and believe in themselves that those people that said no to them will wish they said yes to them. So for me, nothing is important. They have no limit. They are going higher, and I wish them success.
Wow, destructive. So my young females out here, nothing is unstoppable. You are unstoppable. In short, Priya, if you could change anything that had to do with your career or even being a female, what will that be and why? Share with us.
If I could change anything that has to do with my career or being a female, what would that be?
That's the two sides. What would you change related to their career, and what would you change related to you being a female?
What I would change related to the career is companies giving more females.
I love that.
A privilege to show themselves, the chance to show themselves and prove themselves.
I love that.
And for myself as a female,
right.
Oh, nothing, no.
I love it. We are content as you are. Destructive answer. She's content.
I love it.
I love it.
Add more.
Fantastic. I love it. You are happy with what God has given, and you are going, places with it. Fantastic.
Exactly.
Now, every week, I always ask my guests, this quote, because I love quotes, that Oprah talks about the fact that she comes alone. She comes alone, but she stands as 10,000. So for you, who are some of those that make up your 10,000 that has helped you to be what you are today? Please share with us and let's make some noise.
First of all,
right,
my dad.
Fantastic.
My dad. Then there's this lady that I've always liked.
Right.
There's someone I always liked to. Stephanie Linus, she's an actress.
Yes.
I like her.
Fantastic.
Then the former ND of MPA, Mrs. Aziza Bala Usman. Wow. I really loved her. I loved her courage, and I love everything she stands for. So that's just it for me. It's just the people
inspirations and role models for you. Fantastic. No, I love it. So, Priya, with all that you have said and I said today, where should we expect to see you in these TUG boats? Which part of the globe? In the next X years, maybe. No, X number of years. You tell us how many years' time, which particular place should we be expecting to see you tugging this boat and betting so many vessels?
UK.
Oh,
yes. I like to work with the United States TUG boat. Yes, I've really wanted that. So
wow. But we would be sad to see you go from our own shores, please. We need you to groom many more females. We don't want you to do more money. We don't have any choice. We are definitely going to have to pay you sooner or later. Just wait. Nigeria, we're not done yet. We are work in progress, and things are going to get even more interesting. So we believe so. And this is the only country that we have, and we all have to keep, doing what we can to make it better. So fantastic to hear. So when you get all that knowledge from the UK, we are bringing you you back home to come and implement and use everything here. Now, I don't want to let you go yet without asking. No, when you were talking about the tall boat, because everybody will think, oh, it's just tall boat, and I don't know which other boat. Please, can you just break down for those that might not know what are the different boats that really? Because everybody's used to cruise boat or whatever. Can you give us an idea? What are the different boats? Because last week we had Ocean Ambassador. She's been making a lot of comments. I didn't want to cut you off. There's been a lot of lovely comments in the comment sections. She's talked about the fact that you're the first certified tugboat captain. She has talked about the fact that Priya is always dynamic and, you don't kind of like let us down. And I agree with her because even the conversations I've had with you, they have just been fantastic and inspiring also. I could sit with you all day in your tugboat, even though I'm not a friend of water. But with all this talk, I would love to have a ride on a tugboat just with Priya beside me, and I will feel as safe as anything. I can imagine that really, without any problem at all, really. Fantastic. So please tell us, what are the different vessels or boat types that you might, come across?
Okay, there are different types of vessels. Of course, we have the tanker, we have the gas. The gas is like the LNG.
Right.
We have the bulk carrier.
Right.
We also have the Grimandi. Those are the people that carry cars.
Right.
So those are the different.
Those are the basic ones. Fantastic. Yes, so, my dear audience, before I let Priya go, Priya, what do you want? Can you tell us one or two things you want us to take away from this conversation today that I could be here all night talking to you, but because of time, and I've taken most of your time now, I need to let you go. Please tell us, what would you want us to take away from you? And I want you to tell us from the female perspective. Any female listening to this or that might listen to you, what do you want her to take away from this conversation if she's considering this career and even just as a female in this space?
Okay. For me, what I really want her to take home is, like I said before, first thing, seeking the face of God is very important. Amazing. That I will not lie to you, because like I said before, I never wanted to become a marine whatever. I wanted to be a medical doctor. But thank God I was guided. Thank God I was guided. I'm not wasting my time.
Right.
And I want you to understand that if you're coming to this line as a female,
right,
challenges is compulsory. Difficulties is definitely compulsory. Even when God is with you, He will not let you go smoothly, because you will lead. And once as a leader, without going through those processes, you will not know what it feels to be there. But when you go through those papers, you understand that when a shoe is tightening your crew member, your deck hands, you understand that I have been there because I know how that shoe feels. So when you pass all that, you know what it feels. So leading by example is very guaranteed. And you should always remember that as much as you fall, you must rise.
Fantastic.
So giving up is not an option. No matter where you are, no matter the career you are, do not give up. Keep pushing. No matter how much you talk you down, keep pushing and believe in yourself. Believe in God that definitely you will get your arrival, and that's for certain.
I love it. I love it. My dear audience, I don't know, this is the point that I want to ask if I could play this song of I Surrender. I surrender to you yesterday. Because this has just been mind-blowing. Priya, you will not believe it that I think nature is just with us, because this is the best recording I've had for almost almost 30 or 40 episodes I've had. This has been the best, the clearest, just name it. And I'm really honored to have you, and it's been a pleasure talking to you. And I want to thank everybody that has been able to stay with us on this conversation, listening to us. And like I said, I love quotes, and I can't but repeat one quote I have repeated a number of times because it just inspires me with when I listen to the people I host, and I think you're one of them. And the one that says that, when I met him, I was looking down. But when I left him, I was looking up. So Priya, I think you have made us look up with a lot of optimism, a lot of inspiration. And I think if there's any female in the house that is listening now or is going to listen later, and had any doubts that she could do anything that you are doing now, I think the doubts would have cleared absolutely. So thank you so much, for taking this time out of the time on the water to be here. We were so afraid that something might come up. I'm so, so happy. And it's a pleasure to have had you, seamless to listen to you. I hope to invite you again somewhere, maybe when you're going to be in the shores of America, to say, how does it feel to be there again? And please, I'm going to still call you. We have to definitely catch up. There's still a lot of gist that we have not finished on the live IG here, definitely. So thank
Okay.
you so, so much for taking the time to be with us here, and wishing you all the best tonight on
Thank
duty
you.
and after as well. So, my dear
Thank
audience,
you.
thank you so much. Kachifo, I hope you've had a nice evening with us. I hope you have been inspired. I hope you have learned something from Priye. Many things she has said, and I think one of the ones I want to just finish said, giving up is not an option. So please don't take it as an option. Don't give up in whatever you are doing. Just make sure you forge ahead, because there is definitely something at the end of the tunnel. So on that note, it's catching up from my side. So see you in the next episode of Be Inspired. Thank you so much. Have a pleasant
Thank you.
evening. I will
Thank
send you a
you.
message after. All right then.
Okay.
Bye for now.
Bye. Bye.
Okay.